we play a game?
This is Sparta! Fatality.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
I think that the whole biological stuff, adding it to your own essence, was pretty cool before COVID-19. Now it's like it's fucking nasty. No. Locutus, the Borg, don't add shit to me because you're going to give me the coronavirus and I can't deal with that right now. It looks like this thing is pretty loud right now because this is what happens when you have technical issues. So last Monday, technically, there was no podcast because we had technical problems that started at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Not even going to get into all that madness because a lot of it wasn't technical. A lot of it was life. Damn, every day, nasty as hell, bad breath, ugly looking life. And can't do shit about that. It's just the way it goes. Let me lower this a little more. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm back. This is the part that's like the Borg for me. Because I got to do the podcast. I just have to do it. I don't know why. Because, half the people don't give a shit about what I'm saying. But I still got my 3 articles that I set aside yesterday. And I figure, why not go over those? Because nobody gives a shit anyway. So this is UFO Buster Radio. UFO Buster Radio News. Whatever the hell I call it. I don't even know anymore. Episode number 409. And we're here to talk about UFO shit. Just news. Unlike other podcasts where you're surrounded by people who like to stroke their books on the airways and kind of, get you to buy a story about Roswell that was rewritten about 3,000 times. And each time they have a different bent to it. Yeah, we're the ones who are getting bent, to be honest. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to be negative on this podcast. At least not entirely. I want to say what's up to the guys that are in the live chat right now on Spreaker. It is Green Man, Pucky, Dre, and I'm going down, scrolling. Dave, all the way from Down Under. And you know what? I got something to say about Down Under later on. Not right now. And the Norm. The Norm has arrived. And if you haven't watched the Freak Out from last week, the Norm was on there. He was the headliner, and his trip to the Clown Hotel, Motel, Holiday Inn. And what a great episode that was. It was fantastic. The pictures, the interview, just everything that him and his and the babe, let's just call it the babe, went through and experienced at the Clown Motel was fantastic. Check out that episode. then go and get onto his YouTube. And by the way, we have another crazy video. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. They're like starting shit on their own. Like they're like, I don't know. It's just crazy. But GameVet, who you've heard here quite a bit on this particular podcast, he's got his own podcast, of course. Well, it's not really a podcast. It's a YouTube channel. And on his YouTube channel, he posted something this weekend that was freaking ridiculous. It was a UFO, period. There's just no way to get around it. It is unexplained, but the video is completely nuts. You guys have to check it out. Not necessarily as some other folks have videoed, like a balloon. We'll just leave it at that. I had questions about it, and I did ask GameVet about it, about the processing of the video and what kind of effects were used to kind of bring it out, because it was taken in the middle of the night. But you've just got to see it. You've got to see it. Maybe GameVet will bring it on to the Thursday Freakout. I don't know. Usually he's on the road at that time, but we'll figure that out, see how that's going to work. Otherwise, we'll just publicize his channel. Everyone can go to his channel and check out his little UFO. It's bananas. You're going to love it. I'm telling you. I've been thinking about that thing for a few days now. It's great. But what GameVet experienced is actually one of the news articles for today. Is the second one. And it's a thing. It really is a thing. So we're going to jump into it because there's some rubber dickers out there who like to troll the channel and don't like me to talk about stuff. And then I go on forever. But we're not going to do that today. So check this out.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. The fuck's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done. I'm a drink at this place. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, fuck it, I'm made this way. But why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done in my drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. The only one that's left in the rain. Am I the only one? 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 Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah,
I just had to laugh. Damn Pucky and his damn jokes. Anyway, there was something I had to say before we get into the first one, because I mentioned last week I was going to ride out to Finest High School that apparently someone decided to leave a cemetery from the 1800s laying around the thing. So they built the damn high school, they built the community around it, and they left this whole ass cemetery there. To my surprise, I didn't find the high school, so I need to get more info as to where the hell it is. Apparently, it's near me. But when I Google searched some of the schools in the area, for fuck's sake, 2 middle schools and 1 elementary school have the same fucking situation. They have old-ass cemeteries across from them. What in the hell is going on, San Antonio? What are you guys, damn city planners, thinking? That's freaking crazy. It's freaking nuts. I don't know. Maybe San Antonio really is into this whole paranormal thing, and so they force it on kids. You know, get them started early. This first article is I don't know. It's for shits and giggles, I guess. There's really no value to this article other than just because of what it is. Rapper NLE Choppa. I know you guys listen to the Choppa. I know you do. Says he thinks Elon Musk is an alien. Choppa, the rapper from Memphis, has claimed on a radio show that Elon's an ET. Now, there's a lot of insight in this particular article. The link is in the description if you want to listen. Choppa, shut the fuck up. I'll be honest. I'm going to just put it out there. No, Chopper, no. Don't do it. Stick to your hip-hop. Listen, I like hip-hop. I listen to it. And, but some people just should not talk about certain things. For Choppa, it's aliens, conspiracies, and Elon Musk. You should. Don't put it in your music. Don't even think about it while you're wiping your ass. None of it. Just forget about it. Forget it even happened, because I'm trying to. So apparently he goes on there, and he gets interviewed by some guy. Okay. Not even important, right? But they're talking about Tesla and SpaceX, right? So, Choppa, he's got to give his opinion on it. He says, look, bro, you mean to tell me that Elon Musk is not an alien? I'm sure everyone in the room was fucking surprised as hell, right? They were like sitting there because for a while they were probably drooling and shit. And then, Choppa said this and everybody's ears, they perked up. He says, come on, bruh. He said that because it says it on his article. He's trying to get people to go to Mars. What the fuck? Choppa. Choppa. Anyway, the article goes on to talk about how SpaceX is building and testing a stainless steel vehicle that will eventually take people and cargo to Mars as well as the moon without the machine cracking up in space. Got fucking ass backwards is this article. It's like everyone associated with this interview hasn't even seen that one fucking launch, has not seen a Tesla, has not fucking seen all the stuff that gets launched, the super heavy, the big fucking rocket, all those things. That they're completely oblivious to current events, other than the fact that Elon's a fucking alien. Sorry if I'm sounding a little angry. And then he says, Choppa continues, he says, bruh, if a N-word come to my face and say, hey man, let's move to Mars, he got stuck. He got stuck there, like needle just would not budge. And then he goes, his ass done been there, his ass done lived there before. This is what we're dealing with. And when you when you wonder why this topic does not move forward, it's because of stuff like this. This is current events. This is what someone who is seen in, the popular culture right now, the hip-hop culture, is saying. Zero knowledge in what he's saying, but they're taking it and printing it and spreading it like he's speaking some truth somewhere. Is Elon an alien? Who the fuck knows? I'm gonna be honest. I know he can't present for shit. I know that even the stuff he talks about gets all jumbled up. Unless someone has a presentation to back his ass up, you're not gonna understand what the fuck he's saying. That doesn't make him an alien. Does he not take no for an answer? Does he go out and, produce things that no one else has done before? Does that make him an alien? Oh, yeah, sure. So was Christopher Columbus then. So was Ben Franklin. George Washington. Lincoln. Yeah, like these guys, they were all fucking alien, to be honest. Then they talked about, because this happened to come out when Elon was unveiling his brain chip, which I still have no idea. Who gives a fuck about the pigs? But anyway, they talked about that. And, of course, Choppa says, you not going to be put shit in my brain. That's apparent. That is actually true. I believe that 100%. No one's put shit in his brain at all. Some folks really need to stick to whatever it is they're good at, to be honest. And then for Choppa, it's that. Throwing a couple of N-words, dropping the asses here and shaking the booties there. Let him do what he does. But, you can't mix things when folks just do not bother to take the time to look things up, to reference things, to become educated on it. You can't just throw the Choppa into things like that because he chops shit up. So this was actually a pretty popular article, and there you go. That was it. And it like I said, to me, yeah, it's a kind of like a shtick to say, but at the same time, it really tells me that there's a gap here. We've got videos that have come out 3 separate fucking times. We got people reporting there's something in our skies. We got professional people in the military, people who have been around this situation for a long time, are credible, have evidence, and you mix in things like this to something like that's supposed to bring us out of the Stone Age when it comes to space flight and space exploration, and Choppa done chopped it up. So the kids that listen to him, they're fucking clueless too, because they praise everything he says. It's sad. I'm glad I'm able to ruin your evening if you like Choppa. But if either way, the article is in the description. Don't take my word for it. Read Choppa's words himself and how he put it together, how he believes Elon's an alien, and no one's putting no damn chip in his damn brain.
Under my switchblade feet.
Can I just say one thing in defense of Choppa? I didn't understand the fuck. I didn't understand what the hell the whole thing with the pigs was, to be honest. And there was one part in that presentation from Elon where they asked the doctor about I think it was like recording memories and being able to go back and access memories, using the damn chip as a hard drive, essentially. And so the doctor gives a shitty ass quick answer, and then Elon, he comes in and he expands on it like, out of a playbook, basically. Like he sold it. But even when Elon was talking, there was one point where he kind of, I don't know, he stammers or something, like he can't even believe the shit that he was saying. And it's great because he then ends it basically as, we could take someone who's lost the use of their arms and legs, and they'll be able to use them again. Isn't that like the icing on the cake? It's like you forget about the three little pigs that are running around, that are recording everything in their heads. And you forget about the doctor that apparently the Hippocratic Oath kicked in and he didn't know what the hell to say. And you forget about that for a moment, Even Elon was a little bit like taken back about what the fuck he was saying. And you're like, oh great, he can save the people. He can save the people. You're like, yes, chip me, man, chip me. But let's be honest. I could probably cure, hunger if I wrapped my 9mm in peanut butter and jelly. All right, the next article is not going to be as dramatic as that last statement. I know you guys were taken back. It is Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge on UFO research and the fact that he wouldn't have left Blink-182 for something pie in the sky. No, it's all the fucking pie in the sky. You know it. Why is he backtracking? Why do we even care, honestly? He did what he did. He's where he's at, so what? But he feels like he has to defend leaving Blink-182. No, it is what it is, bruh. I mean, you see, I'm speaking like Choppa now. You reach an age where, sometimes that whole grunge alternative thing is just doesn't go anymore. It's just not what you want to do. So you take all your millions, you sit around, you build another company, you build another band, you decide you want to promote books and movies, and then you see these hungry-ass UFO people who need answers, and you say, hey, I can get them to buy my books, buy my movies, my music. They could be my new groupies, all the UFO folks. Then some asshole in public service gets infiltrated by the Russians because he doesn't know how to have a real fucking password. And then your name gets out because you were emailing him. Well, now, all the UFO people going bonkers. Bananas. They love what they see. And then people who have some knowledge see that you're reaching out to somebody in public service and you're thrusted into the limelight. Then you have secret meetings and they want to show you this. They want to talk about that. They want to do this. And then some little guy, really stocky, who looks like a badass, comes out and says, I'm going to quit the government and I'm going to steal some videos for you. Like, why would you even want to stay with Blink-182? Listen to that. That is a summer blockbuster movie right there. That's it, right? That's it. That's your, freaking 9-figure movie. Next summer, it's going to come out. Apparently, Tom DeLonge was speaking to, I'm losing my voice, to Sky News about his UFOs and why he decided to get rid of 182, and people are giving him shit because they're telling him, this is BS. Why you would have quit such a successful band just to chase UFOs? He says, I personally have seen enormous amount of data, and this was all through a Sky News Zoom interview. He's actually in the car when this is happening, so hopefully he parked somewhere. He says, I wouldn't leave rock and roll just to go do something there's no data for, and just like a pie in the sky, and we're just imagining things. No, why would I? I mean, that's insane. Yeah, it was insane. He continues to say, but I would leave it for something that I truly think can change the world and have a positive impact, make it a better place, and something that needs to be dealt with, something that's serious. I would have just kept that sentence to myself. Like, I would have just made believe there was oncoming traffic and hit the end and end your Zoom and just keep going your own merry way. The problem is that the videos came from a program that was researching UFOs as threats. But they're going to have a positive impact. That's the thing. I don't understand why so many people think that UFOs are gumdrops and unicorns and probings are really just anal massages. The cattle mutilations are just the next evolution into milking. Milking the cow. Getting the milk from the teats. This cannot be the perspective of someone that received insider information about UFOs, about them being a threat to not just the United States, but governments around the world. Where is the positive impact? I don't know. Honestly, I think there's going to be any impact until the shit hits the fan and we get some aggressive ass, little gray ass fucker going around trying to start shit up. Then we're going to realize there's a problem here. All these people that say they've been abducted, all these people that say that every week they're being manhandled by little gray aliens, then we have to fess up and understand that not all of these beings are friendly. They're not all here to put us back together again or cure cancer or get rid of coronavirus. Because if there are, they sure as hell haven't shown up yet. I mean, wouldn't this be the perfect opportunity for some alien being to come down and say, we're here for you. We bring our unicorn and we want to rid you of the coronavirus. But that's not going to happen. Because that's probably not the case. They probably don't want to rid us of coronavirus. As a matter of fact, if you look at most of the conspiracies out there, they're here for something that we have. Popular among folks, it's H2O. They want it. They want the planet. It's in the Goldilocks zone. Their planet's fucked up somewhere. I mean, really, look at them. They don't look like they have a really nice planet, now do they? No hair. Hell, they don't even have reproduction organs. It's all missing. Anyway, that's a fucking, went in a completely different rant just now. But anyway, Tom DeLonge basically saying, hey, this wasn't a pie in the sky thing. I knew for sure that this was something. I seen the information, so I made my decision. I think he's bullshitting us. I think he did this way before he saw the data. He did this way before he even thought about To the Stars Academy. So come on, Tom. Let's be honest. You're lucky as fuck right now. You're lucky that things came together the way they did to put you where you are right now. Wherever that is. We'll have to see what the public filings are for To the Stars Academy, because last year they were deplorable. But this year it's going to be great because they got that $1 million contract from the Army. So They'll be rolling in the dough. So, of course, anything's a pie in the sky at this point. You can make all kind of excuses because now you're in the green. There's more to the article and the stuff that old Tommy said. Whether you believe him or not, where we are right now, a lot of the discussion, really sad to say, does have to do with the Elizondo and To the Stars Academy, but also the men and women who served, on the Princeton and the flotilla where the incident first occurred. The Nimitz, all those guys that saw it, that were witnesses, all the guys over on the East Coast that were flying, doing training missions that came across the UFOs. Those are the guys that we believe. Those are the guys that really bring it home as a real incident. Everybody else, we could take him or leave him, to be honest. It's a story from the people that we need to make sense of this madness that's called ufology.
This film contains adult language. There are 17 swear words carefully placed throughout. Kids, can you find them?
This last article goes back to something we've been seeing for months, and that is an increase in UFO sightings everywhere. This one comes from NUFORC. NUFORC says UFO sightings are up 51% amid coronavirus data shows. Yeah. If you haven't been to NUFORC, that is NUFORK. I'm sorry, C. Yeah. It's time to end the podcast. So there's a National UFO Reporting Center go to the website and check out the data. There was one thing between MUFON and NUFORC back in the day. I used to go to both of them. I used to like MUFON because they let you have access to their database. And NUFORC has a lot of data itself. But sometime, I don't know, it was like 3 years ago, MUFON decided to charge people if they wanted to get any historical data, which made you hysterical, from their servers. And then I was like, fuck off. Because I can go to NUFORC, get it for free. Now, I haven't been to NUFORC, honest to goodness, in about 2 years. I haven't been on their website. But apparently, they're getting flooded. Completely flooded. Now, the guy that's running NUFORC is Peter Davenport, and I like to report that he is a young 72 years old. He has apparently only one person assisting him during this time of UFO flooding, which he is attributing to the coronavirus. And it is believable. Early on, like in the spring, March, April-ish, when things were really getting bananas with the coronavirus, people were stuck at home. They couldn't go to work. They couldn't go out to buy stuff. We had Shittergate in full bloom. You were stuck like Chuck. What else do? You can't just stay inside your apartment, your house, or whatever. Those people that have patios would go out to the patio, backyard. You go in the backyard and get some fucking fresh air. Well, they started looking to the sky, right? Because around that time, we also saw the videos that were certified as, these are UAPs by the government. So people started looking. 5,000 sightings were recorded this year. It's only September. We just started September. 5,000 sightings, and it's a whopping 20% of them were recorded in April, during the height of COVID-19 crisis, because of the lockdown. Peter Davenport has been running NUFORC since 1994. So if anyone can tell you there was a damn spike, it is Peter Davenport. Though right now at 72, everything's 3D. Not going to... I mean, let's be honest. At 72, the last thing you want to take is a fucking UFO report. Especially a 20% increase. I'm sorry, 51%. 20% in April. Crazy. Completely crazy. So they've been sending us some reports, and they reported a 51% increase to the Wall Street Journal. And they reported this information this past Tuesday. And let's be honest about this. It was bound to happen. People have started to look to the sky because there was nothing better to do. Most of the time when we talk about this particular topic, and we always make note of the fact that people need to look. This was the opportunity to do it. It was almost like the perfect storm. You got nothing to do. Most of your worries are in your vicinity. Fuck, you want to get away from the kids because they've been home all damn spring. So you go outside. You start looking at the sky. You got your alcohol, whatever other thing you use to get yourself in the mood. And all of a sudden, you're laying back. You're thinking about how fucking crazy life is. And you start noticing things. So you start making reports. And Peter is over there just overwhelmed with UFO reports. He doesn't know what the hell to do with them. He goes as far as to say that it's a Herculean task in order to record all of these reports. He literally silences his phone at night to be able to catch some sleep. Peter needs help somebody needs to go out there and take these reports. And I think I saw somewhere anywhere from 25 to 50 calls a day on new UFO reports coming into NUFORC. That's a shitload for a 72-year-old. And I'm sure he's got other things to do. Got to keep an eye on the Viagra levels. Got to take his blood pressure meds, cholesterol. There's more important things at his age than taking reports from people who are stuck in their houses, afraid of COVID-19, some shit that they saw in the sky. It seems like there is going to be a changing of the guard here soon at NUFORC. So if you guys are interested, please volunteer. Contact NUFORC and volunteer to take those calls. At the end of the day, I'm sure that would be extremely fascinating to hear. But you'll have the entire database at your fingertips. Can you even imagine the amount of research you'll be able to conduct? It's fascinating. It's amazing. Peter Davenport says it's literally taken over his life. For fuck's sake, I believe him. It may be time to hand over NUFORC to somebody else, Peter. Time to get some new blood in there. To do some crazy shit with that data and try to figure out what the hell is going on in our skies. Which brings me back to GameVid's video. There you go. GameVid was out there in the early AM mornings, took this video, and for the love of Pete, what a great video that is. Tomorrow, I'm going to post that. I'm actually going to post a link to his video through social media, so keep an eye on it. You can go on to Twitter, at UFO Buster Radio, on Instagram, at Manny Moonraker, UBR Tube Seekers on the Facebook group and the Facebook pages, Manny Moonraker, UFO Buster Radio. I'm going to put that out there so you guys can see. Because GameVid is in that statistic. He's in there. He caused something unusual, fascinating, and definitely a UFO, no matter what anybody says. But this is what's happening around the world because of COVID-19. So maybe Wuhan did something good for UFOs. I don't know. I know they predict all of us in the interim. And now there's cases where people are being reinfected with COVID-19. What the hell is that about? But check it out. The link is in the description. Check that out. I'll go ahead and get that link out from GameVid. You guys got to do it too. I just want to say this. Could you imagine if 25% of the people in North America, 25% of the people in South America, 25% in Australia, 25% in Europe, Africa, Asia, if we just had that much, a quarter of the folks in those areas of the world took the time to look out, look to the sky, record, use their camera, whatever kind of camera it is, just put it out there. Do you know how quickly we'd be able to define the characteristics of UFO sightings? Where, when, how, what time? We'd have so much data, we wouldn't even know what the hell to do with it. We'd all be Peter Davenports, actually. But that's the only way that we're going to solve this. We can't wait for the government's task force to blow some hot air up our skirts. We need to get out there and get the information ourselves. We need to get out there and do it, record it, send it in. Just give Peter some time. He'll catch up eventually. This is the end of the podcast. No technical issues. I'm surprised. I really thought this one was going to blow up kind of like yesterday. But tomorrow we got space news. Fascinating stuff coming out of Boca Chica. So we'll talk about that and the competition as Boeing is trying to make a comeback. Good luck, Boeing. Good luck.
Indies, yeah. Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up. Then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up. Like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up. This the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up. They can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up. Trying to put the face to the name. I pull up and I and I'm swerving. If a try to holler, she gon' curve him. We came from under rugs like a Persian. We been staying in our lane, ain't no merging. Rapping like I'm turban. Yeah, these all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no Suburbans. If I say I need my money, then it's urgent. Yeah, they want me to quit. Yeah, they want me to shift. But as long as I'm alive, we gon' keep on making hits. While they steady shooting bricks, man, it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. Me and Dale back to back, and yeah, I'm dishing the assist. Yeah, they talk a lot of but we really with this lame. Always gonna be reaching for they hit, smoking like a clip. They can never catch me slipping. Every time your girl around, she be watch the way I'm dripping. Try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up like the fireworks. I keep the flame. Heard you barking up. This the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up. They can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name. I'm in flex mode with the best, though. That's a major key, that's a chess move. I'm your favorite G, I think it's best, yo. Stop with all the grilling, I'm on jet fuel. Taking off, clear the runway, now they cannot clip my wings. Yeah, they soft, they ain't homemade, they ain't even on the scene. Play it smart, they don't know me, they just know what they see. What it costs to get flea, but this style ain't free. This that swag, this that splash, one wrong move, that's do the dash, keep a stash, just in case they tryna flash. Never lag, we don't slack, tell her eyes running back. I don't brag, I'm relaxed, I'm not into all of that, yeah. It's really just the fam and my dogs, I just gotta make a call. I ain't into all that chatting, not at all. Yeah, I put that on the squad, we been out here going hard. We on deck, please don't make them. Go and try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up, got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that be poking out them jeans.